34 episodes in general. That is insane. 34 weeks. Like I said, last episode of season 2 is going to be lit. I don't know if anybody watched it live. The live the live chat, or the chat when it came out live was one of the craziest, definitely the craziest experience I've ever had with Vision.
Started a podcast and they had this really good.
All right, I started it really.
All right.
I started it kind of weird. Because it was just too funny, though. The conversation between the two of them was so super funny. And right after they get done with this, Hex goes, "Man, that would probably be a good intro clip." So I ended up using it. I thought it was funny. I thought I wanted to put as many things as possible before the Gears of War, whatever the Gears of War announcement. So I put this in here. So enjoy this poop conversation.
I was watching the Sort of podcast and they had this really good question.
Yeah.
All right. Right. You're a champs. You were playing, obviously.
Right.
Round 11. 3v2. You have numbers advantage.
Right.
So if you stick to the program, you guys are about to win whatever $1 million or whatever. But you have to shit. All right. Like shit. Like remember
runs?
that one time?
Or when we were driving the car and you told me to pull over?
Yeah. It's either you shit your pants and win a championship, or you say, "I'm sorry, guys. Drop your controller, go take a shit."
And this is round 11. So, yeah, I would 100% not tell my teammates. And 2, would poop my pants on stage.
Damn.
Literally in the spot.
In the booth, huh?
In the booth. That'll be the worst.
I'm shitting myself 100%.
They'll have to burn it afterwards.
I don't know what I would do. Am I wearing shorts? Would be like my first question. You know,
let's say it's the worst possible scenario. You got shorts, the flip flops, yeah. It'd be a mess, bro.
I would literally tell the guys.
Seth raging in the background.
Seth, Krim, I am about to shit my pants. I can either leave the booth and shit where I need to shit, or I shit right here and we win a championship. What do you want to do? And if they say, "Just play, man."
Be fucking better.
Literally threw the champs
I didn't mean to.
She threw it across the room. And go to your left, this way.
Swag Master.
That's your boy right there. Zoom in on your boy. Wow, incredible.
I mean, when Ian moved out, nothing really changed because Ian was like one of the people in the house. I don't think we really have anyone now that doesn't leave their room, but like you never really saw Ian very much unless he was fixing his car or going to get coffee. Like he'd literally leave his room, do that, and then go upstairs and get right back to whatever he does up there. I don't really know what goes on in that room.
I've definitely noticed they bit just because Krim started coming into my room like every day, once a day, at some point, daytime or nighttime, and then like he would just like, "Yo, Mike, come check out this," and it was always something about his car every single time.
Yeah. So Krim moved out. Yep. Unfortunately, I had a segment in my vlog.
That jacket that Hex is wearing is so sick.
Fucked up.
Yeah, right.
I did it 14 years ago. I've been stuck ever since. Yeah, I apologize to Dana and Jude. Like I was completely kidding. Like as I do. I always envisioned this happening though.
Yeah. I liked the background music in
this. The second that we moved
like,
into the original house,
it's very jazzy.
At some point,
it's easy to cut.
Are gonna move out, and it's gonna be
if like something funny happens.
Did you see his apartment yet in his vlog?
Yeah, I went there. I actually, I was thinking of getting a sports car, but then I can't. I'm a mom.
Yeah.
I'm a legitimate soccer mom.
Soccer mom, dude.
No, it's good, man. I'm really happy for him. I'm really happy. I just hope that Dana, if you're watching, girl, I dare you.
Take care of our boy.
Break his heart. I dare you break his heart. Please.
The chat right there was super confusing.
You don't want to see mean Hex.
They started spamming a certain girl's name, and I don't know why.
And unfortunately, I got just way too close. But this is what ended up happening. I got so close to the curb, the car almost hit me, and we ended up scratching Pamaj's rims, as you could see right there. I'm hoping that I could just replace one rim. So we got Monday, Munchie Mondays, food video. Tuesday's a vlog. Wednesday is a super random video, and I mean super random video. Thursday vlog, Friday vlog, Saturday is supposed to be all gaming videos, but I haven't done it yet. And then Sunday moto vlogs. But then me and Pamaj have been playing a bunch of 1v1s.
Yeah, Mike got a million views on that 1v1.
And,
a mil, 1.4.
Those videos for both of us have been
That shit's
great.
crazy.
Yeah. Crashed Pamaj's car. This old lady just came out of nowhere. I have to do evasive. Yeah.
It's an old lady.
No one ever
it's an old lady now, I guess.
No one believes me. So
Before he told me it wasn't
actually
an old lady.
a T-Rex came out of nowhere. It was nuts. Absolutely insane. Like it had like little arms and I just couldn't evade it. It was wild.
All the Halo players have asked to drive my car. Krim was a Halo player, and Formal was as well.
Wow.
If you want to really get into this.
What the oh no. Sorry guys.
It's weird to think of yourself as having like a trademark.
Player, and Formal was as well.
Wow.
If you want to really get into this.
No,
All the Halo
I don't
players.
want to get into this. No, next.
My content, my biggest video.
Look at this
Catalyst
clip,
3 is
though.
coming along very well. It's being edited
Shit is
now.
kind of
Nikki
crazy.
Is mad sending me like previews of it, and it's going really, really well. Don't want to give a specific date, but I'm pretty stoked on it.
I was just gonna ask you for the date.
I'm pretty stoked on it though. I think you should be too.
Content for me lately has been
Ashley.
pretty good. I've been live streaming a lot and kind of focusing on growing that, and I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job with that. I've been streaming a lot of game battles matches and just having fun with it. It's kind of the slow time of year for Call of Duty.
I can't wait
so that's
for
one
Ashley
thing
to
that
go to
keeps me a
Champs.
little bit more into the game, I guess. And then also like uploading, been trying to integrate a little bit more vlogs into my channel as well as like Call of Duty content. Obviously I'll be going to COD XP, so I'll be able to do some really good content around that. So I'm really excited about that. Content for me is going pretty good. I'm looking forward to going into the next Call of Duty with Infinite Warfare, and mostly I'm excited about COD 4 Remastered.
Oh yeah.
I'd really like to see them really step up to the plate here because they're going up against OpTic Gaming, and the big news here is Tarek in, Stanislaw out.
Tarek in, Stanislaw out. Yeah, it's a
I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about that if you guys want.
Play in this match today,
I don't really like
we'll be seeing
dwelling on negativity, but yeah, obviously, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's this like new wave of like OpTic supporters, like post Black Ops 2, post Ghost. Just like, I don't know, they just like they literally are mean. Like cyberbullying mean to the nicest person in OpTic. Like literally the most genuine, nicest, hardest working person in OpTic. They're mean to her. There's not a single reason. It's the most like heart-wrenching, disgusting thing on the internet. And there's like nothing to do about it. You know, I mean, obviously, I didn't. It's very hard to. You know, it's very it's very hard to like involve Midnight in. It's very hard to involve Midnight in Vision just simply because she's not there. Same with the CS guys that aren't there. Same with the Gears guys, even the Old Men of OpTic guys. It's just like, so I try my best like to when situations arrive to like add her in, and she's gonna be at XP, so she'll be in Worlds a lot, and it's just I don't know, man. There's got to be a way to because the only reason that people are hating on her is because they don't know her. Like if they watched her videos or if they understood who she is as a content producer, she would fucking like they would love her. But they don't know her and they hate on it because they just want to see Seth and Pamaj. Like those are the types of fans that do that, and it's the most like I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's so disgusting to see, but like she has been in OpTic more than anybody in OpTic. She's been in OpTic longer than anybody in OpTic right now except for Hex. She was in it before Nadeshot. She was in it before Seth. She was in it before anybody. And I don't know. it's frustrating. It's frustrating to me because I feel like I'm not doing my part, and I'm not doing it justice. I'm not doing her justice in like what kind of legacy she's built for OpTic. I mean, she's a big part of why OpTic got to where it is. She's so humble, so nice, and I want to do a better part, especially in season 3, to show that. And I don't know. Ashley she knows this. She's always been one of my favorite content producers of all time. I used to watch Ashley, I used to watch D-Treats, and I used to watch Ashley and D-Treats, and then some of Nadeshot, some of Hutch. I used to watch every day, every single day. So I don't know, it's just it's a weird transition period, and I hope that COD 4 brings what she deserves, I guess. All right. Positive. Let's go.
Featured. Really talented fragger.
That was Nadeshot that built OpTic? That is not true.
We see him sometimes go really hot and sometimes really cold.
This week we actually picked up Tarek for our roster because
Tarek
we thought we needed a change, and I think it's going to bode well for us in the future because
I gotta fix my lens situation. So like Oscar's nose is in focus. Will's ears are not in focus because the fucking thing is so wide.
Him are going to work well together, I believe. Same with Oscar and him, so it's going to work well for us.
Paranoid. You take a look at the positions they're holding. They are playing the perfect up close and personal positions, something that Cloud9 don't tend to opt to do when they're on the pistols. And now Tarek, he's going to find just one more. Any more he does is huge as he finds the third, takes down Scar, goes to
what a lineup!
Connects every single shot, finds 5 frags, and that ace, that could win them the series, that could qualify them for LAN.
The first couple matches of ESL were versus Complexity, and we 2-0'd them, which was pretty simple for us. But then after that, Tarek started playing the matches with us, and we played versus Liquid, and we actually lost. First map wasn't very close, but second map was pretty close, and we should have won actually, but we ended up losing, which is okay. But then the next day, we played Cloud9 in ESL Pro League as well, and we lost 0-2 again, but once again, first map wasn't
How did the guys do
close,
today?
Second map was pretty close. We probably should have won more rounds. If we won more pistols, we would have had a better showing, but we lost.
I'm not happy with this
Today, we played
one.
Cloud9 in the Starlighter LAN qualifiers. We actually won 2-1, which is huge for us, because we didn't win with Tarek yet, and we need some confidence boost, and we finally won, and it was really good to make the LAN.
1-1.
Just explain what we play video games. This is where I play.
Dude,
Obviously,
Rush and Mixwell are so funny, dude.
To elevate my monitor for my cam, and got a brand new PC I bought for streaming. And over here we have Oscar set up. This is all temporary, by the way. Once the other guys get here, we'll probably do like a line of PCs, but this is where he plays. He's on Hector's computer.
I had to put the table on the corner because the table moves a lot, so...
Yeah, my table moves a lot too, but...
Yeah.
We can fix it eventually.
It was hard to play without playing here.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Everything was moving.
Yeah, this one.
Mixwell's funny as fuck.
Watch.
Mixwell is savage too in person. He'll tell you right to your face, "Yeah, I want to drop you. You guys are all bad." I'm like, "Oh my god."
He was thinking, here, follow. Like, you know the pool deck where like the doors are. Yeah. Well, Hex said maybe there, but I'm not sure if like we want computers next to the computer or computers next to the pool. Maybe right here.
Yeah.
I don't know if the sun will hit us. There's trees, but.
Yeah, they're gonna get like a LAN set up and all in one room.
TV for demo watching and stuff.
When he wiggles the table, I almost shit myself laughing so hard.
Being in the house is kind of like creepy in a way because like it's pitch black outside whenever you turn the lights off, and there's like only 2 of us in a huge house, so it's kind of weird. But I think it's great, like to have a pool to relax and all that stuff. So I really
Mixwell's the best when he swears.
Yeah, we're not using almost. We're only using the pool, and everything is big as.
Yeah, big guys. Yeah.
I don't know how you say.
The date.
Yeah, the date.
The expiration date.
I laugh so loud.
What was it, like 3 years?
Like whenever I bust out laughing.
Yeah, a 3-year-old chicken in the freezer. We were about to cook it, and we looked at the date. We're like, oh, probably not a good idea.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was. There's like sausage, meat, and all this other stuff. It was like filled with like meat, like old meat.
The chat right there obviously was like
out?
filled with old meat.
I don't know.
There's another thing. we got spices for the meat and shit, and I was like, he was cooking something, and I should show you upstairs now. I was like this talking with Rush, and I move and I open a secret path in the wall with full of spices and shit. So this is what I was talking to Rush. We were doing food, and I was like, yeah. And I did like this, and I was like, what the fuck is this? So we got for nothing because everything was there, and we didn't know.
That is actually insane, though. Bro, if he hadn't done that, they would have never have found it.
You've had a lot of contact
Spices
with them
and
lately.
shit.
I think we're just waiting for the visa stuff to be taken care of. We just replaced Stan with Tarek. How do you say it? Tarek. With Tarek. Tarek apparently has had a nice set of skills for a very long time, but he's been apparently held back by certain teammate situations. I don't really know much about him.
Eddie's saying. I thought he'd been a path to somewhere.
Up to date with that, and overall he's got like a very good presence on Twitch, which fits right in with our media content type of stuff. We're only gonna strengthen that area of him. So
I love that. Have you seen the video clip of Tarek when he's playing CS:GO, or he's playing Counter Strike? Yeah, he's eating that cereal.
This is crazy.
That's freaking raw. I love it.
I mean, three there.
Jay said that's freaking. He was gonna say raw or rad, and he said that's freaking raw. That's freaking rod. I think he said rod.
Boots here, Boots, come on.
Yep.
I'm
blind.
Bomb's there.
Blind.
Went out mid. Dead.
Wow.
Eric.
Good
Good
fucking
job, guys.
round, dude. You just...
Where was he?
And why is Hex so certain that it's Cocoa Puffs?
Didn't say anything.
No, you would have eaten that cereal. What cereal do you think you have, man?
Like, why is he so confident?
No, it was Cocoa Puffs or Cocoa Pebbles.
I don't know why I put that in there. He was so confident that it was.
Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Glenn Trowbridge, Jeff Mullen, and
I put this in here because I just wanted something different, you know.
He was saying that the first fight he fought, he didn't prepare for like a 6'3", right? And he was still like connected. So now that he's like practiced against a 6-footer, I'm telling you, I got McGregor, 150. How much you say?
I just wanted to show like,
yeah, I already owed you like
I wanted to show something different than just COD or gaming.
Little by little, I'm gonna ping it
Just
up.
us watching this, that's like.
Take it off for more bets.
What about you two guys? Who you
This sort of footage is awesome. Yeah, I saw some people complaining about it. For the most part, I feel like people
to
liked
some
it.
of us at the OpTic house, well, was it all of us? I think all of us got together, watched the McGregor fight.
I liked this
and,
shot. I thought this shot was pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't know why we always do that. It might just be McGregor fights, because any other fight, we don't watch that.
So UFC 202 is a really, really big deal for myself. I'm a huge Conor McGregor fan, and it's really, really weird that every single time Conor McGregor fights, everybody in the house wants to
everyone
watch
tense
it.
up
He
when the
really
camera's
is,
on?
like, I'm not gonna say the GOAT, but like his persona and the way he
People are a
carries
little
himself
bit more,
just cracks me up. And I know it's probably mostly an act. Maybe it's not.
A little bit
cameras.
more
I don't know him personally, so
exaggerated,
I can't
I
say,
guess. But
it's just
still
weird how all of us
natural.
always are up there like watching it, and it's always a big thing. Like, who do you got? You got McGregor, or you got Nate Diaz.
What was the first
You didn't
one,
need this
we
because of
went
the Gears of
downtown?
War
That
announcement?
was the first McGregor fight.
I think I
don't
did.
remember who you
I think
fought,
this
but
set
that
the
was first
scene
one.
for the Gears
The next
announcement.
one, we seen both Diaz's together. This second fight was by far one of the
Oh, it was the
greatest
best.
fights I've ever seen.
The best.
100%.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe like
The third fight, yeah.
It was so back and forth, and like Nate Diaz is a freak.
Adam, finish. There's no power behind those punches. Get him! Get him! Don't stop it! Don't stop it! McCarthy, do not stop it. Oh my God. McGregor. They just said it. Majority.
What's his name? Imbo's interview in a while? Yeah. Were you tempted to make the logo full screen? Not at all.
It was a really, really awesome fight. I had a lot of fun watching it. Moments like that are always fun in the house when everybody really gets together and we, bond and watch something, because it doesn't really happen that often. It usually only happens for like big sporting events. So the fight was great. It was a lot of fun to watch, and thankfully Conor McGregor, the champ, won.
All right, we're here. So I'm gonna explain. I'm actually like, I don't know. I'm actually kind of. This is like one of my favorite parts that I've ever edited in all of Vision. So, all right. So I cut it to black. Typical Better Call Saul type editing. Many times I have faded in casting into clips. Many times. Almost every single Vision. For this one, I faded it in on a black screen, and I faded it in a little bit longer than I usually do, because I was thinking about it from a viewer standpoint, and there's like a time frame of when it gets faded in. As soon as you hear that it's casting, your mind starts scrambling to recognize whose voice it is. Like, is it Jack or Maven casting COD? Is it a CS caster? I don't even really know their names. I only know like the analysis. Is it freaking who's the Halo caster, like Elamite or something like that? Like, your mind starts scrambling to see who is casting so that you know which game it is. But I made it longer because nobody, or a majority of people, aren't going to recognize these casters. And so right before I try to make it just as long, where right before the Gears logo pops up, that's when people are like, I don't recognize these casters. Like, holy shit, what could be happening? And then the Gears logo fades in, and then the chat just fucking exploded. It was just like, what in the world? And then, so there's like all that hype that you first get, and then I dropped like the little montage scene. So I was kind of like I was definitely this whole time thinking of it from a viewer standpoint, and I think it kind of worked out. So let's watch it.
He's staying patient over by the hop over, but it's going to be explosive that kicks things off with the kill over Critical Kyle.
That's insane. He's able to get that one. Now he's making his way through. Got a player on his side. Gets a massive down onto Tommy. Now 4 versus 2. Red Ice is going in. Denver gets the team kill. That could be the most expensive team kill of his life. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Out of here, baby.
We have a Gears of War team now, and I couldn't be happier. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you why it's Gears and not Overwatch, and why it's not a Smash player or something else. I have a very, very good tendency, and it's a good tendency, and I know a lot of you hate it. Hex doesn't take the opportunities that are right in front of him. He could have taken advantage of this. Yeah, like, there's a whole bunch of shit that happens behind the scenes that you guys, like, I'm not mad at you guys, because you guys don't know. I'll never be mad at you. I'm glad that you're passionate and you guys call me out on shit that you think I did wrong and the things that I actually did wrong. So thank you for that. But Gears is like, man, we've been around Gears since the beginning, right? Like, you and Diesel have been playing it for like the longest time. So I've always been like intrigued by how hyped that community is.
So OpTic Gaming is now venturing into a new esport, which is Gears of War. I personally played Gears of
Overwatch
War,
Squad?
the
It doesn't
original
make
one,
sense,
back when I was like
Doesn't make sense
super
for there to
young.
be
I
an
had a lot of
Overwatch
fun on the game. The Nasher fights on there were a lot of fun, so it's interesting for us to pick up a Gears of War team. And the Gears of War scene right now reminds me a lot of like pre-Black Ops 2. Like, we didn't really have as much support back then. We were looking for it, and then we finally got it, and things started to explode, and we finally started to get the results that we wanted. And I feel like Gears is sort of on that same path. I think they're getting a lot of developer support now, which is going to be great for their scene, and hopefully it can take off and excel, because I've always been a pretty big fan of Gears of War playing it. I've never really had the opportunity to watch much of it, but I always have been a fan of the actual game itself, so it's interesting that we're venturing into that esport.
The fact that the developers are like backing that game so much just makes me almost passionate, right? It's like an old Call of Duty type of scene that's just fiending to
Mango's
like,
never leaving C9.
Be great, right? So there was an opportunity there.
Yep.
It made sense both financially and in terms of what we are planning on doing, right?
Yep.
So we attacked. We got the #1 team.
Yep.
They came from a team called
Enemy.
And I couldn't be more happy than I am right now to happily say that we are now in 3 console esports. And I know that a lot of you are like, console esports, a keyboard and mouse, or die, bitch. I get it. I'm passionate about everything. You know, I like all esports. If it's competitive, I like it. Since it's Gears of War, we've been around it. It's in console. It's a community that's just looking to be nurtured and harnessed. I'm gonna do my best to help it out.
And we have 4 teams now.
Total.
When the hell did that happen?
And now we ended out with Call for Duty.
What do you mean? Someone
The
was there.
call.
No, all 3 of us are here.
Let's see how useless Crim's life is.
Dude, listening into this
And then Damon's been on couches.
Watch.
No, watch. Okay, I go
is
stage.
insane.
No, watch. See where it's fun.
I came late, but
He probably spawned back.
listening to these guys talk about the game was crazy.
Yeah, but we already had a fucking guy at porta potty. You died. Who died?
Wait, can you go back,
Go back
to
and
see
see
who
who fucking died.
So me and Flamesword actually stumbled down here just the other day. And the whole Call of Duty team, even Karma came over, Grim6 came over. They were just watching
how
theater,
useless
going
Crim's
over a lot
life
of
is?
stuff. They're definitely, this being, Crim6 called this the biggest tournament of his career. So this being that, for the OpTic Call of Duty team, they are definitely not taking this lightly at all. They've been, I'm sure, playing every night. They were down here watching theater, but no, actually me and Flamesword were sitting behind him. We were like, how does a team get this damn good?
Let's see if we can learn anything for the Halo guy.
Yeah, so Seth's last day of streaming was yesterday, which was, I believe, Saturday. And then after that, he's just not going to stream at all. Everything that they do from here on out is going to be super
What's up, Lunchbox?
private.
A lot of people have been wondering why have we stopped streaming our practices. I actually made a pretty in-depth video on a lot of the big reasons why, but we have stopped streaming for, like I said, obvious and multiple reasons. Practice has been going really well though. We still haven't missed a night in a while. I mean, we've missed like 1 night since I think all of us got back from MLG Orlando. So practice has been going really well. We've been playing really, really good, and I think that we've been making improvements on maps that we're usually not as strong at. We're actually starting to win some of those online, which is, you know, a really, really good sign.
Every time I go to the COD house, we notice that they're grinding like all the time. Like there's no time to do anything else really for them. So it'd be awesome for me and Oscar to go there and experience the biggest event of the year. But unfortunately, we have 2 events back to back at that time.
Ukraine
so we won't be able to go, but we're definitely gonna see what we can watch from like wherever the lands are at.
Yes, like this hill is so hard to break. If they're...
Yeah, you gotta play like it's fringe, like grandma. It's like 25 seconds. If you spawn up first, you need to go right to green.
Yeah, and just sit inside of it with a sub.
Like, don't
we
try
rise
friendly guys
19
at
and
all.
2
Don't do
today?
any of that.
Yeah.
Just get right to it.
Yeah.
Go hide in
This
the
hill's so
corner
hard
in
to
the
break.
back, or...
Such awkward gunfights for them when they slide in. Whereas if you're sitting like bottom broken statue proving back door, it's not that hard of a
Yeah, I'm going
gun
XP.
if they have some with them. But if 2 people are sliding in the doorway, it's hard.
What's what Worlds 2 is going to be about?
XP for this year for OpTic, I feel like is super important, obviously because we've just been dominating so much. But it's like they say, like if you win every game throughout the season and then in the Super Bowl or whatever you don't win it, it's kind of a letdown, right? So that's a lot of pressure, like, to have on yourselves, but it seems like the guys, from what I can see, they're very, very focused.
Mike walking by.
I feel like last year they weren't this focused. Maybe that's not true, maybe I'm just thinking that, but it feels like they've really kicked it up a notch. It's extremely important to them, and it's gonna be awesome to actually be in the atmosphere, because like I said, I will be going to COD XP, and I've been to the last 2 COD champs, and the atmosphere when you're there is very intense. Like, all the players are very focused, and I'm just looking forward to that, because this is the biggest Call of Duty tournament of all time.
Every fucking time.
Good shit, and because we hit both ways, I spawning out. That was right.
Ian's right. The thing is, for this hill, what we'll do, like, what we need to do is have someone. This is the thing, though, right?
I tried to cut
here,
this so
pushing out, you shouldn't be here, Seth.
I
You
tried to
should
cut
just be
this so like it was cool to like for you know, supporters to watch them as they make strats and correct themselves without actually showing what they were doing and correcting, if that makes sense. So like at this point, Formal's pointing at the minimap. I don't have the minimap on screen. He says, you should be here, you should be here. It's entertaining to watch all 4, you know, of one of the best players in the world talk about this, but I also didn't want to show. I didn't want other teams to be like, yo, they're gonna do this right before the biggest event in history. So I think I did an okay job. I think it's still interesting to watch.
here, so I can stay here, right? So Damon's got this. If I stay here, then I can block this spawn that I think one of them just got. Because when we push out two people, then...
But keep playing it. I'm pretty sure I help his glass. I look at it, he dies, and then I die too.
I get the chills, bro, when I see that stuff, and then I see pictures of all them meeting in that corner, going over footage.
Yeah.
That's that next level stuff right there.
I know.
2 weeks, man.
2 weeks, and I mean, man, I really hope I
this
look
song
up and I say
this song by is R Samplus. It's like who I used pretty much all of season 1. I used it for the season 1 finale. There was like a tiny little recap. Voice crack. Tiny little recap season 1 finale. It used the same song, so I thought I'd use it for season 2 as well, and it fades in super well.
Those cobwebs. But then I think immediately right after that, like, we gotta win.
Yeah, that's the correlation.
Jeez, man. What is this girl? What is she on? All right. Anyway, back to this.
Immediately right.
Are you serious? Dude, are you kidding me?
All right.
Jeez, man. So obnoxious. How does that happen?
I really hope I look up and I say, I need to clean those cobwebs. But then I think immediately right after that, like, we gotta win.
Yeah, that's the correlation.
Yeah, we gotta win.
We gotta win.
That's all we're thinking about.
Mike retiring, qualifying, Anaheim, CSGO house, fucking Paris.
Nice one, buddy. Nice one. Come on.
Orlando, the minor.
I think that for like the season 2 finale, I mean, I think that, you know, a nice little recap would do, but so much has happened. So much
All right,
good
so
things.
let's put this in perspective. Season 2 started at Crown. It started in Australia. It won Australia, won Paris. Mike retired. The Turtle Wax sponsorship, the ending of the Turtle Wax sponsorship. Picked up Nated, dropped Nated retired, picked up Straight Sick. APG left Liquid because he got into a car accident. Then APG came to OpTic. The CS team won the minor. They qualified for a major. We got stickers. We picked up a Gears of War team. We got a CSGO house. The OpTic team won Anaheim. We won Orlando. We came in 7th, or we came in 8th at Season 2 finals. Like, it's insane. Like, so, like, the whole CWL, you know, issues with COD, like, so it's insanity, man. So much happened in 15 episodes that, like, it's insane. I feel like more things happened in 15 episodes in season 2 that happened in 19 episodes in season 1. I mean, it's just crazy. Like, it's insane.
Happened. We've had like minimal downs. It's all been ups.
Shazam got dropped. Now Seth is moving up the Crim's room. I'm getting a new neighbor.
Tarek.
That's gonna suck.
If that all happened in season 2, how much is gonna happen in season 3?
Looking back at it, a lot of stuff has happened to myself and just OpTic as a whole. As far as like OpTic Halo, we had to struggle through the last chance qualifier, picked up Nated, picked up Mike retires. Just in general, it's been a crazy season for OpTic Halo and just OpTic as a whole. And as far as OpTic Halo, we are currently in a transition period, so the new season of Halo will actually start literally in the beginning of season 3 for Vision. So
it's really, really crazy to see how, you know, this documentary type video, it's just so insightful for everybody, and it's really crazy for me. It's like a summary that we've had since Australia. It's like you can go down the timeline and look at every single little thing that's happened with OpTic Gaming, and I feel like we've only been getting stronger. I mean, our teams are doing very, very well in pretty much all aspects of their respective esports, so I'm just excited to see, you know, where everything goes. And especially with this Gears of War thing, it's like, what's the next team that we pick up? What's the next esport that we try to get involved in? You know, it's like, I've been around in OpTic for a long time, and I've seen how it's changed, and it's crazy how fast time flies. Time goes by like that, and the amount of changes and things that happen during that time, we don't really see. Like, we know that it happens, but like you can't really grasp it because there is so much that is happening. So I think the Vision does a great job of giving everybody a summary of what's going on and how we think what's going on and our opinions and stuff like that. But I really think Vision does a great job of giving, you know, insight to the decisions that are made, how it affects us, the players, you know, Hector, everybody from top to bottom of OpTic. It's like, it's crazy to see how all of these different changes really affect the organization. But I think we're on a good path right now.
We were talking about it earlier. 2006, we're just friends playing in a living room. That's when I first got out of college. My pal Hex was on his way out from being a mortgage loan processor.
Killing it.
We're playing COD 4, S&D matches every night, and man, I don't think if you'd go back then, you'd say, like, where do you think OpTic's going to be in 10 years? You know?
I said it in my vlog. Like, if I was to go back and tell myself, I was like, yo, when you leave today, when you leave this job today, not only you're never going to look back, but you're going to be in such a good place. A lot of people's lives are going to change, including yours, for the better and forever.
Yeah.
I would have been like, man, I hope you're right. I wouldn't have said, nah, man. I would have been like, man, I hope you're right.
I think we're going to use this for season 3 as well. I really like the outro. GG, guys. Everybody on the YouTube channel, if I do upload this, thank you guys for watching. That is going to do it. My name is Hitch. Another day, another episode of Vision and Chill. See you next time.